Hello and good evening to another enchanting meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters, meeting number 435. Do you see how the number is rising each and every day? There's no like I'm just waiting when it will be 500th meeting, and I don't want to look old in that day. So I had a haircut. How do you see? How to look like? Nice, right? So and I'll tell you from whom I got inspired after a few minutes. However, before that, I'll do my duty as a Sergeant in Arms, your beloved Priyanka Mishra. I'm back with the monsoon. The way it's not chopping, I won't stop today. With them, and I'm here with the mission of Toastmasters. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills for better self-confidence and personal growth. So this is the mission we believe in. And with that mission, here we are to conduct our whole meeting with certain ground rules. I request each and every person to keep your noise-making device on silent mode. I request everyone to speak responsibly on sex, religion, and politics. And keep your videos on, keep your audios off. I'll encourage each and every speaker as much you can and refrain in chatting any kind of messages when a speaker is speaking. So with that note, I would like to call someone from whom I got inspired for a new haircut. She's none other than a person stylist. Recently, she styled a speaker on Joe's Talks. I don't remember the name. She kept in her status. But yeah, she's the famous Toastmaster, stylist, I was a public speaker, anchor, everything, and my dear friend. I'm also roommate in audition. Toastmaster Pooja, who's taking the presiding officer of the day. Over to you, Pooja.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to one more new meeting of Toastmasters. And today's meeting is gonna happen very interestingly, and we have a good host today. So before entering into the meeting today, let's know about our guest who has joined us first time. So I think Hafiz Husni is our guest today. So Hafiz, can you unmute yourself and share about like how you introduced to our club today? We're not able to see you, Hafiz.
Yes. Sorry, I busy.
Okay, so would you like
Yes,
to?
I am.
Yeah, would you like to introduce yourself and how you came to know about our club?
I'm Hafid. I am from Indonesia. I know this this meeting from WhatsApp group. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for joining, Hafiz. Please till end of the meeting. We'll ask your experience after the meeting. Please, so I don't think so. We have another guest. I think one more Toastmasters, TM Dhamdeep.
I'm not guest, I'm the member.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. So I don't think so. We have more guests today. So with this thing, I think this meeting gonna rock today because we have a very amazing person with us. And after so many days, he is with us, the Toastmaster Utkarsh Sharma. The beautiful voice and the way he represents himself it's really, really amazing. And today we have opportunity to listen him. So please welcome with a round of applause Utkarsh Sharma on the stage as Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Am I
Quick
audible? Am I
audibility check.
visible? Am I
Yes.
audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you
Awesome.
are. Over to you.
After hearing such wonderful words by Toastmaster Pooja, can I just go back home? I'm done. This is what I came back for, no? To listen such good words about myself. Toastmaster is a place which makes you feel happy, no matter what. So thank you so much. Let's give it up for Madam PO and as well as Madam Sergeant Gams for doing a fantastic job in kickstarting this meeting. Thank you so much. We are gonna have so much fun today. We have a fun theme lined up. So I will start by saying, I was coming back home from work today, and somehow I knew that I might be a bit late for the Toastmasters meeting. Of course, I've signed up to be the host today, but still I detoured and went to the famous Nagpal Chole Bhature Wala to consume Chole Bhatures. And do you know why? Any guesses why? I knew that I might be late for this meeting, but I still went for it. Come on, guys, it's not rocket science.
Because you love chole bhature.
Guilty pleasure.
Exactly, because it is one of my guilty pleasures. And when there is pleasure involved, oh boy, you should never, ever, ever feel guilty about it. So I went for it and I had amazing time. I gulped all those chole bhatures and I'm here. I'm on time. So no regrets at all. You get the gist. We are going to talk about guilty pleasures today. Now, if I define what guilty pleasure is, guilty pleasure could be that little indulgence we know we probably shouldn't enjoy so much, but we still do it anyway. And it could be, say, finishing up, the entire tub of ice cream. It could be secretly listening to cheesy Bollywood songs. I'm guilty of that for sure. Scrolling endlessly through, Insta reels. It could be reading some kind of a comic book we loved as a kid. It could be anything. Some of them could be silly. Some of them could be harmless. Some of them could be downright embarrassing. But they all make our life a little more colorful, and that's why we should relish and enjoy. And it's going to be something that we're going to celebrate today, our little guilty pleasures. So I request everyone to let loose. Let's have fun. This is not going to be a one-way street. I don't know how Toastmasters were meeting or conducted in the recent past, but this one's definitely not going to be a one-way street. I will make it interactive no matter what. You all have to come up and tell about your guilty pleasures. You have to put your guard down. Think about it. We are going to celebrate each other's guilty pleasures today. The only caveat is this is a no judgment zone. Okay? We are not going to judge each other's guilty pleasures. It could be anything. It could be as wacky, as, funny as possible. So let's make it interesting and not boring. All right? I will start. I will take this whole gauntlet of starting first and telling about my guilty pleasures. So the first one would be coffee. I am a caffeine addict, and there's no two ways about it. I am a person who is crazy about cute coffee shops. So I go around, looking and hunting for those cute coffee corners, cute coffee shops. Any coffee shop that comes nearby, I will make sure that I will visit that place. I don't know how many hours I've spent, working at coffee shops, gulping those coffees. All of my scripts in Toastmasters, all of my creativity that comes along comes sitting in the coffee shops. So coffee and coffee shops is one of my guilty pleasures for sure. The other one is, of course, you've heard it, right? Chole bhature. So any kind of desi Indian food is my thing. I mean, I love Mexican. I love it. I love my pizzas, Italian, all of those things. But if I do not consume, desi Indian food after 3 to 4 meals, I will suffocate myself. I need that thing. It kind of fuels me. It could be healthy, it could be unhealthy, but then I need my desi Indian food, and that is another guilty pleasure of mine. Can I say Toastmasters is also my guilty pleasure? Um, I know I do not come a lot more often in Turning Point Toastmasters nowadays, but then I'm involved in the district, so I spend a lot of time in other clubs. So I think a lot of my time is invested in Toastmasters, and I do consider it as one of my guilty pleasures as well. but it's given me a lot for sure. And the community is something which I always cherish. The other one that I would say is traveling. I do travel a lot. And I think a lot of us will have that guilty pleasure in common. I know some of them are for sure a big time travelers here. So I recently went to Udaipur in August, and now I'm going to Vietnam in October. So I travel a lot, and that's something I always look forward to. So these are my guilty pleasures. We'll walk across the room and listen to each and everyone's guilty pleasure. So the sooner you volunteer, the greater it would be. Um, is there anyone who wants to volunteer? Because I would like to take one before we move on to the G round. All right, awesome. Sadhna wants to go. Sadhna, over to you. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sadhna.
So thank you for this amazing theme that is guilty pleasures. We all indulge in some or other guilty pleasure. So my guilty pleasure is that whenever we end our college, so we have tea with our colleagues, but I don't like. I always have samosa. So twice a week, right? So with tea, we have samosa. I always try to resist samosa with tea, but that is my guilty pleasure because that makes me happy. I know it's not good, but I can't resist. And so, like 2 times, yeah, twice in a week, I have it. So it's my guilty pleasure, but it makes me happy, so I eat it. That's the. Thank you so much.
More power to you, Sadhna. I mean, the psychological aspect is also big, right? My mental
Yes.
has to be checked as well. If it's samosa, it's samosa. So be it. So what? Right. So you just want to
Yes.
share one guilty pleasure with us, which is samosa. Any other?
Pani puri.
All right. Pooja wants to go next.
Yeah, I think pani puri, like I'm mad about it. Every time I think that no, I'm not gonna eat this chaat and all. And whenever I see that, I lose my control and I just do that. And after that, I'll think that why I did it. I was on diet. I should opt for healthy diet and all. And again, I do the same thing. So that is my weakness.
Fun fact, I also love golgappas, so I do consume it. But that's why I said, no, Indian desi food, it could be chaat, it could be anything. That is something I can't live without. So yeah, completely relate to that for sure. Guys, I just don't need one. We need to talk about more. You can't have just one guilty pleasures. I shared 4 and I can go on and on. If you're not going to speak, I will tell about my guilty pleasures. Trust me, I'll bore you with that. So yeah, one more and then we'll move on to the G round. All right.
We can
So,
ask
yeah.
please. Oh, somebody's saying Tamanna.
Okay, Priyanka, it's okay. You continue.
No, I was curious to know how it is Hafiz guilty pleasure.
How is it?
Hafiz, yeah, Hafiz, right? Hafiz Husni. Is it? Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes. Hello. Guilty pleasure of my guilty pleasure. Uh, I don't know. But I try to remember. Maybe my guilty pleasure is when I make wrong mistake in the job and I learn from there. Like try to repair so I cannot solve it. Then I ask help other people. So when it's wrong, I get some mistake in installation of machine, so they become my learning. Maybe just that my guilty pleasure.
My God, Hafiz, if
Hello?
this is your guilty pleasure, I mean, your life is sorted. I mean, I'm talking about food here and a lot of other things, but you're talking about something which is all about productivity and growth. Fantastic. I think I cut you off. You're saying something. Sorry.
Also, my guilty pleasure. Just now, my son disturbed me for uh, attend this meeting, so I don't know the before explanation. I'm sorry.
That's perfectly fine. You're very coherent and we're able to understand. So I was just saying that, I mean, my life would be sorted if I such have guilty pleasures. So thank you so much for sharing yours. And we wholeheartedly welcome you for our Toastmasters meeting and enjoy the time here. Thank you so much. All right. I think a lot of people are a little lost and they need some cues. So I will give you cues regarding guilty pleasures. Guilty pleasures could be regarding food or drink. It could be, say, chocolate, it could be pizza, it could be ice cream, it could be coffee, it could be Maggie, it could be street food, it could be midnight snack. The guilty pleasures could be related to entertainment. You might binge watch on Netflix. It could be Bollywood movies. It could be cartoons. It could be reels. It could be gaming. It could be gossiping, anything. It could be around music or, hobbies. It could be dancing, singing, reading comics, memes, napping, shopping. Think along those lines. We need stories along those lines. It could be something very quirky also. Say, suppose, crushing on people, procrastinating, laziness. It could be about selfies. You're obsessed with selfies. It could be online shopping. I mean, that is something. I mean, I'm also guilty of that. I feel like majority of them guilty of it. All right. So I've given you cues. Think about it. In the meantime, let me just explain you how a typical Toastmasters meeting looks like. We generally have 3 sections in a Toastmasters meeting. The first one is reserved for the prepared speech section, in which we have a dedicated education pathway or to each and every enrolled member of Toastmasters. They kind of pick up their project and present a prepared speech on that. So we have 2 fantastic prepared speakers today who will enthrall us all with their speeches. Post that, we'll move on to the very interesting and fun aspect, which is all about impromptu speaking. So we'll have the table topics contest, and we have a fantastic table topic master lined up as well. And finally, dare I say, one of the most, if not the most important aspect or section of Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation round, in which each and every one will get evaluated on how they have progressed and how they're performing and how they can do better in their roles and capacity. So that's how a typical Toastmasters meeting looks like. We're going to call upon our general evaluator who will head the evaluation section today, who today is Toastmaster Tamanna. To tell you a little bit about Toastmaster Tamanna, she is a CA by profession. Currently, she lives in Germany and she's learning German language, which is fantastic, and huge respect to her for that. She likes to travel and explore new places. She enjoys cooking. She likes to meditate and take long walks. Oh my God, you have so much time, Toastmaster Manna. And then she has keen interest in Hindu mythology. She has started her Toastmasters journey because she wants to be a fluent English speaker and a public speaker. Let's give it a huge round of applause for our Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Tamanna, as she takes the stage. Toastmaster Tamanna, over to you. And can we have a quick
Thank you
auditor
so
check?
much. Yeah, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are, and you are incredible. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Utkarsh, for such a wonderful introduction. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I'm Tamanna Gupta, your General Evaluator for today's meeting. As the General Evaluator, I have the unique responsibility of evaluating the overall meeting, the structure, flow, and the role players, and ensuring we all leave here having learned, grown, and laughed. So let me now begin by introducing the members of the tag team. So first I would like to invite our timer. So here is no name mentioned. So who would like to be the timer today?
Toastmaster Nandini wants to go for it again.
Okay.
I can.
So Toastmaster Nandri, please explain your role as a timer.
Sure. So am I audible
And
and
let's do a
visible?
quick, yeah, you are audible and visible. Please continue.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. I am going to play the role of timer today. So we have allotted time for each segment. For prepared speeches, the allotted time is 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will show the green card. After 6 minutes, the yellow card. And after 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For table topic session, the allotted time is 1 to 2 minutes. After 1 minute, I will show the green card. After 1.5 minutes, the yellow card. And after 2 minutes, I will show the red card. For the evaluation session, the allotted time is 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 minutes, I will show the green card. After 2.5 minutes, the yellow card. And after 3 minutes, I will show the red card. Speakers and evaluators are expected to wind up the speech after 30 seconds after I show the red card. And at the end, I will be presenting my report when called upon by Madam General Evaluator. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandini. So now I would like to invite our next role player, Toastmaster Shilpa, as our counter. Toastmaster Shilpa.
Has not been able to join. So we can skip the counter role.
Okay. Now I would like to call upon on the stage our next role player, grammarian, Toastmaster Iti Mehrotra.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Thank
evening.
you for having me. Yeah.
Let's do a quick audio video check, Iti.
Yeah. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for having me as grammarian for this wonderful Toastmaster meeting number 435. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully to their language uses. I'll also take note of any improper language usage as well as any outstanding words used, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce word of the day. So for today, the word of the day is indulgence. Means it refers to the act of allowing oneself to enjoy pleasures, often those considered luxurious, unnecessary, or little excessive. It can also describe the kindness of giving into someone else's wishes. Example, streaming 3 episodes in a row felt like a guilty indulgence, but she loved every minute. Synonyms can be treat, pleasure, luxury, extravagance, gratification, delight. I encourage everyone to please use word of the day, and I'll submit my report as and when called upon by General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Iti, for explaining your role. So I will present the report along with my tag team at the end of the meeting. With that, I hand the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Thank you so
Over to you.
much, Madam General Evaluator. Listening very carefully to your evaluations is definitely one of my guilty indulgences. Guys, come on. Let's give a thumbs up. All right. Madam Grammarian, I'm there in the list now. All right, fantastic. Let's move towards the first segment of the Toastmasters meeting, which is the prepared speech section. And let's move forward with our first prepared speaker, who today is Toastmaster Pooja Kushwaha. Before I introduce our fantastic speaker and read out her, stellar introduction, I would quickly like to introduce her speech evaluator, who is no less stellar, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra. She has represented our club at the International Speech Contest at the district level last year. And we couldn't have found a better evaluator for sure. And with her stellar credentials, I would like to now invite her to read out the speech objectives or our speaker number 1, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ade, Utkarsh. I would like to talk about the objectives of Toastmaster Pooja. It's something, an essential part of Toastmasters she's going to talk about today. Mentoring. The title of her speech objective is Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. I request all the new members to listen to this speech keenly because it's very important in your Toastmaster journey. The purpose of Pooja's project is clearly defined how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And she'll also share some aspects of her previous experience as a protege. Timer, please note the length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Pooja. Over to you, Modi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Pooja. Oh my God. Toastmaster Pooja is from Allahabad, UP, and she is a microbiologist who changed her profession and currently is an image consultant. She is a star, by the way. She has a prolific YouTube channel. She is an author. She is a podcaster. She runs, as I said, she runs her own show, which is known as Pooja's Talk Show, with more than 100 episodes which feature celebrities and coaches and entrepreneurs and who's and who. And she has a stellar list of guests there. Currently, she's working as a trainer at Modi University in Rajasthan, and she loves interacting with people and she loves singing and traveling. Toastmaster Pooja, can we have a quick audio video check after this fantastic introduction of yours?
Am I audible, visible?
Could you please speak from where you will present your speech from that point? So that we, yeah.
Hello. Am I audible and visible?
Speak a little bit more.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, I think your image is a little blurry, but I think the audio is fine. So I'll just quickly ask your speech evaluator if she's okay with the audio visual. Toastmaster Priyanka.
Audio is good, but I couldn't see her face properly. The lights are not that great. But we can.
It's not visible, Priyanka?
No, I can see you. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, Pooja, we can go ahead. Yeah, fine.
All right. Thank you so much for that validation, Toastmaster Priyanka. All right. Pooja, all set? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Toastmaster Pooja, importance of a mentor. Importance of a mentor. Toastmaster Pooja, stage is all yours.
This was me in 2020. Crushed, broken, and doubtful about my choices. Then a mentor came and he did this to me. Might be I was feeling that I was crushed. Might be I was feeling that I'm not worthy enough. He made me feel that whatever was that reason, but you are not worthless. It was January 2020. I was sitting on my terrace and having a sip of coffee and doubting on my choices which have made in the past. I had a business. I was passionate about it. But I was not earning enough money that I could lead my basic needs. But I loved that work. Then I started questioning on myself. I'm educated enough. I'm doing the work which I loved most. Then why I'm feeling so helpless? Have I done something wrong by quitting my job? Or have I wasted my 3 precious years building a failed business idea? And then I was searching some of the jobs on that time, that too work from home jobs, because I was running my business also. So entrepreneurial mindset and employee mindset was in the fight together. So I wanted to do something from home so that my entrepreneurship also can get saved and I can earn some money. And I started searching some job online, like data filling or maybe online something. But I couldn't find it. And I was like, that what is the need of this education which cannot help me out? Then I was just scrolling my phone. Suddenly, one video appeared on my feed. I don't know. I didn't scroll it. I just clicked the play button. As it played, it was a Josh Talk video. And one person was telling his story. As I heard that story, it hits me hard. I felt deeply resonated with that story. And as the video finished, I started searching on my system, like who is this person, what he did. I started searching on LinkedIn, Instagram. I started following him. Then after some month, he was doing some webinar. I had joined that webinar. And after that, I became the part of his community and one of his program. There I came to know he is a sales mentor and communication coach. He teach people how to do well in your communication skills and how to sell well. I started following him. Every Sunday, he used to take live sessions. One fine Sunday, I decided to attend it. I attended the session. I love the way he was speaking. I love the way he was delivering his session. And he is none other than the Toastmaster record holder and sales mentor and coach, Rahul Bhatnagar. And after the session, there was a Q&A round and I asked him, Rahul, I'm educated enough. I left my job 5 years back. I started my business. I failed. I'm feeling helpless. I'm pathetic. I don't have money to do anything. What can I do now? He asked me, Pooja, do you have internet in your phone? I said yes. He said, camera is working? I said yes. Then he said, start creating content. I was surprised. How come this small thing can change my life? But I didn't had option, instead believing on him. Then I said, content on what? He said, the things which you love most. Think you are comfortable on it. Start building that and simultaneously start connecting with people. I did the same. I started creating videos on communication skills, interview skills, how to connect people, how to talk to the people. And simultaneously, I started Instagram Live, which is now became Pooja's talk show. And I started creating videos and started posting on social media and got a lot of comments about my image, about my dressing sense, about the way I was speaking, about the way I was doing camera and all those things. Most of the trolling comments, obviously, on that time. But there was one positive comment which I read about it. That comment was, hey, your hacks are really, really nice. It is really helpful. Why don't you try freelancing and get paid for it? Freelancing? I heard this word first time on that day. I started searching about it, what it is all about. And then after 2 months of search, I find out that we can train people and I can get paid for that. And finally, I got one company which was hiring trainers. I passed the interview. I got hired. My job was to train young students and young professionals on communication skills and interview skills. The pay was very less. They were paying me on per hour basis. It was like 100 rupees per hour. And I started working towards it and I started making 18 to 20,000 on that time. And it was like a miracle income for me. That was an era of COVID. When everybody was losing a job, I got a job. And though that time, that day, the word of that person became a golden words for me. I started believing each and every word blindly on that because that miracle happened with me. Then after some days, I attended some other session and I asked him, Rahul, I want to increase my income. He said, whatever you have earned, go and reinvest again on yourself. Go and learn high income skills. I said, high income skills? What is that? He said, the skill which can make you expert in your profession and you feel happy about it. And then after search of so many months, I became certified in image consulting and soft skills. At the end of 2021, I started taking sessions, workshops. For one session, I used to get 2000 rupees, 5000 rupees, and it was a bigger amount for me because from 100 rupees per hour to I shifted 2000 and 5000. It was the biggest achievement for me. And slowly I was start getting testimonials, recognition, money, everything was flowing towards me. And on that day, I decided to opt this profession full time because it has changed my life. And I decided to change somebody's life from right mentoring. Mentorship is not only about guiding people, it's all about changing the person within you. On that day, whatever happens, it is not only giving the right guidance, it is about building a small habit inside me which has changed me. Because a right mentor not only guide you, they change a person inside you. They challenge you to think beyond your thought process. They challenge you to come out from your comfort zone. So the right mentor help you to find the right person inside you. Thank you so much.
Wasn't that inspiring? Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Pooja for pouring her out and sharing the entire story. And I couldn't agree more. Mentors are something which are literally godsend and kind of revolutionize your life. And I think one of the greatest things I have done in my life is to invest in good mentors. So I completely relate and thank you so much. And more power to you, Toastmaster Pooja. And it was something, a very, very inspiring story. Thank you so much. Let's give ourselves 30 seconds to absorb. Let's give ourselves 1 minute, in fact, to absorb Toastmaster Pooja's speech. And if you have any recommendations or commendations, feel free to provide it to Toastmaster Pooja. If it's something of a commendation and something really nice, let's make it public. If you have something very specific as a feedback to give it to Toastmaster Pooja, please try to give it via private chat. Thank you so much. Madam Timer, let me know when 1 minute is up. I request everyone to please provide feedback for Toastmaster Pooja. Let's utilize this time and give something back to her, which kind of would improve her journey as a public speaker. So anything that you feel which would kind of aid in her journey, please try to provide that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Timer, for giving us the nod that 1 minute is up. Let's move on to our second prepared speaker. And he is someone who is one of my favorites. He has been a fantastic and a very loyal Toastmaster. His journey is equally impressive and inspiring. I'm talking about Toastmaster Rohan. And before I bring him on stage and introduce himself, I would like to invite his speech evaluator, who is one of the newest Toastmasters in town, and she is making waves and how. I'm talking about Toastmaster Nandini. It's been something I have got to know, and she is a fantastic speaker. Let's welcome Toastmaster Nandini to read out the speech objectives of Toastmaster Rohan. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Utkarsh. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so good evening. Today, my fellow Toastmaster, Toastmaster Rohan, is going to give a speech from project Engaging Your Audience with Humor from level 3 of Pathway Engaging Humor. His speech objective is to determine his style of humor and apply it to a speech today. which centers around a central message. His timing is 5 to 7 minutes. I will take care of that. I'm looking forward to listening to you, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nandini. Toastmaster Rohan, before we get into a quick audio video check, I would like to introduce our prepared speaker number 2. Toastmaster Rohan is a B2B sales professional who deals in food ingredients. He's originally from Maharashtra, Nasik in particular, but currently I think based out of Delhi. He has a passion for traveling and playing cricket. I can vouch for that. He is always eager to explore new opportunities and experiences. He recently celebrated first anniversary. I think it's more than that for sure. It's around 1.5 years, and where he kind of feels that he wants to develop his communication and leadership skills. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohan. Can we have a quick audio video check with you?
Hi Utkarsh, am I audible and visible?
I think you are pretty audible and visible. I will just take validation from your speech evaluator, Toastmaster Nandini.
Yes, he's perfectly audible and visible to me.
Awesome. All set, Toastmaster Rohan?
Yes, thank you so much for such an awesome introduction.
You deserve it. Go rock the stage. Toastmaster Rohan, the voices in our head, Toastmaster Rohan, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever noticed the most talkative person in our life? It's not our boss, not our best friend, not even a mother. It's our voice in our head. Mine never shuts up. Some days it feels like the whole joint family is living inside my brain. The critic, the cheerleader, the choker, and yes, even that lazy cousin who never does any work. This is the critic, if I'll say. This is strict school teacher, always finding mistakes in me. When I gave my first Toastmaster speech, he said, speak fluently, everybody is judging you. And when I fumbled, it said, see, I told you. The critic thinks he is helping me, but mostly it gives me headaches. Thankfully, there is also cheerleader. This voice is full of energy, always screaming, "You got this, Rohan!" When, when it first, when I joined gym, the critic said, "Don't try that dumbbells. You will look like a noodle." But cheerleader said, "Do it." So did I lift it. Next day, my muscles were so sore. Even my eyelids were needing rest. But still, I grow stronger because I listened to cheerleader, and eventually cheerleader pushed me. Then, then comes Joker. This is one who makes a fun of everything. When I moved to Mumbai, the critic said, "You will never survive in this traffic." The cheerleader said, "Be positive, you will adapt." And Joker said, "Forget adapting, just buy helicopter." Funny, isn't it? Sometimes when life feels heavy, the Joker saves me by making me laugh every time. And then come lazy one. This is very dangerous voice. This voice is always negotiating with me. At the gym, it says, why to lift weights when you can lift samosas? At work, it says, deadline is tomorrow, bro. That tomorrow Rohan's headache, not today's. And at Toastmaster, it says, skip the meeting. Netflix loves you more. This voice is full of guilty indulgence. We all know this voice very well. But thankfully, there is also a wise voice. It doesn't speak often, it doesn't shout, but it does whispers. It says, slow down, breathe, and think. It's the voice that reminds me to pause before reacting in anger, to keep calm when things are going wrong. I'm facing struggles in my daily life. This voice helps me. And to trust myself even when life is very much uncertain. Friends, our mind is like crowded house. The critic, cheerleader, lazy voice, joker, and voice. Sometimes it's like that our brain going to blow down. But here's the thing. We don't have to listen every voice. We can't we can choose who gets the mic. And because the loudest voice is not always the right one. So fellow Toastmasters, when critics said you can't do it, when the cheerleader says yes you can, the joker said forget it, just order pizza, and lazy one says let's take a nap, just pause and listen to wise voice, because at the end the voices makes brings you beautiful story, and it's your choice to select a voice. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Utkarsh Sharma.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Rohan. Our mind is indeed a chatterbox, and we have so many voices, and choosing the right voice is indeed important. I completely agree, and fantastically put the message across, Toastmaster Rohan, and huge kudos. Thank you so much. It was a treat to listen to your speech. We'll take 1 minute of silence now to absorb Toastmaster Rohan's speech and provide any feedback that we have. Of course, it would, if it's a commendation and something that you want to appreciate, please by all means do it publicly. But if it's something very specific to advise Toastmaster Rohan, I would request we do it privately in the private chat. Thank you so much. And we'll take a quick pause of 40-50 seconds now. Madam Timer, let me know when 1 minute is up. All right. Thank you so much for that nod, Madam Timer. Let the fun continue. So we will get back to our guilty pleasures, and this is the time for some individuals to come up and talk about your guilty pleasures. I request everyone to please put your guard down and be free, let loose and talk about it. We promise we'll not judge you. So anyone who wants to take up and talk about their guilty pleasures. It could be as fun, it could be as funny, it could be as embarrassing. Yes, Toastmaster Rohan, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add my guilty pleasure. First one is scrolling Insta Reels. I can scroll for hours and hours, as I already mentioned. And second one is quite interesting. I used to keep alarms when I want to wake up at 8 o'clock. I am keeping alarm by from 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, 7:20, 40, and that kind of sleep when I'm getting no, that pleasure I can't tell you more about it. I hope you all have already gone through it. So that's my guilty pleasure, Toastmaster Utkarsh.
I think I completely relate with you. If I have my cab at 8:30, I'll have to, if I have to wake up at 7, so I'll have an alarm at 6:45, at 6:50, at 7, at 7:10, and 7:15. I'll wait, and then ultimately I'll wake up at 7:20. And those 10 to 15 of power naps, once you have alarm buzzes, is something completely blissful. Like it makes you so happy. So I completely relate to what you're trying to say. But the other one I might not. I'm not on Insta, so I'm very happy I don't have that of the guilty pleasure. I'm not onto Reels. Yeah, I'm not on Insta. Okay, there's some reactions which we'll definitely ignore. Moving forward. Okay, any other? One more before we move on to the next round. We do have a lot of guests right now who have kind of joined and trickled in. So we have Maru, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. We have Manoj in-house, Kendall. Anyone who wants to take a stab at it. Maru, I think you've unmuted yourself.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, guilty means mistake, right?
Come again?
Guilty means mistake, right?
It's not a mistake. Guilty pleasures. So it's like sort of a what do you call an oxymoron, like two negative, to one negative, one positive. But guilty pleasures are sort of your indulgences that you get into, which you genuinely enjoy, but they might not be the healthiest always. But they give you a lot of pleasure. So that's why a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, not getting the correct meaning.
That's perfectly fine, Maru. You can take some time, think about it, and then we'll definitely come back to you for sure. So that's perfectly fine. All right. I think E.T. has raised a hand. Toastmaster E.T., over to you.
Yeah, one of my guilty pleasure is I scolded my daughter for watching late night movies. But whenever I find time for myself to relax, I love to watch Netflix series at night. And another one is I joined Culfit to control my appetite. For 3 months, it was in control, but now again, I am on the same track.
I am still stuck with the first one. Do you realize that this is getting recorded, right? Your daughter can use it against you.
I know.
All right. Thank you so much, nonetheless, for sharing your guilty pleasures, Toastmaster E.T. It's time that we move on to our second round, which is the impromptu speaking round. And in Toastmasters term, we call it the table topic section. You know, life doesn't come on a plateau. There might be opportunities in life where you have to think impromptu on your feet. You won't have much time to think, right? It might be, say, during an interview, it could be, say, at an event. So Toastmasters prep you for those opportunities in life. And this is a section where we try to just, be as creative, as innovative as possible. And this section today will be led by our fantastic table topics master. She's also one of the newest kid in town when it comes to Toastmasters, and she's also making waves and how. And I'm so proud of her journey. Just give you a little bit brief about Toastmaster Sadhna, who is going to be our table topic master. She is a passionate and dedicated English communication and soft skills trainer. She also has a YouTube channel. Oh my God, we have a lot of celebrities in house. She says that better late than ever. She has around 60K subscribers and Instagram pages, and Instagram with more than 50K subscribers. She is a language enthusiast, an animal lover, an all-time foodie. Oh, we can relate for sure. In her free time, she enjoys reading books, sketching, and listening to music. She's a lifelong learner who believes in constantly evolving and inspiring others with her journey. And amen to that. You are beautifully doing that, Toastmaster Sadhna. Can we have a quick audio video check with our table topic master?
Yes. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're perfectly audible and you're perfectly visible and you're supremely incredible. Over to you, Toastmaster Sadhna.
All right. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, TM Utkarsh. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. So I warmly welcome you to this amazing segment of our Toastmasters. That is impromptu speaking segment, where you will be given different topics and you have to speak on the topic for a minute without any preparation. And what can be a better theme than guilty pleasures? So we all have indulged, or we all have that guilty indulgence, right? Haven't we? So we will delve deep into those guilty indulgence, and one by one we'll be taking different topics. So as we know that life is full of little guilty pleasures, right? Maybe we secretly enjoy them, but we don't admit them, right? So let's now this section will give you a chance to share those guilty pleasures with all of us and have fun. Am I audible? Hello? Yeah. All right. So the only rule is to enjoy yourself without the fear of making mistakes. You just have to show up and share and enjoy the process. So I would like to encourage each and every one of you to take the topics. Yes. And the first one would be very easy. So I would like you to volunteer. Maybe the guests can volunteer or the fellow Toastmasters. So I have amazing table topic for you in the pipeline. Yeah, Manoj. All right. So let's give the chance to Manoj first. All right. Toastmaster Manoj. Just a minute. Okay. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for taking it the first topic, taking the first topic. Now, for you, if calories didn't exist, what guilty pleasure food would you eat every day and why? I would repeat it. If calories didn't exist, what guilty pleasure food would you eat every day and why? Toastmaster Manoj.
Happy evening, each one of you. Am I looking happy and healthy? Anyone denies that? Okay, thank you, Tamanna. So the secret of this is, yes, indulgence. Indulgence in that home cooked food. Why do I call it indulging that home cooked food? Because it is spiced with the right amount of love, affection, and empathy. Cooked by my wonderful spouse. I got married to her about 3 decades back. That's too long back, isn't it? But yes. And people talk about, yes, look at them, a perfect couple. That fills my heart with a lot of joy. And yes, after marrying her, I have left going to restaurants because the kind of food that I get at home is any day better than any restaurant that can provide me. She can cook all varieties from cookies to pastas to whatever you can think of. And that keeps me healthy and happy at the ripe age of 58 plus. Yes, at this age, it keeps me fit and fine to run half marathons. Till date, I've ran about 21 of them. 21 kilometers, 21 of them sounds better, isn't it? Yes. So yes, I indulge every day with home cooked food without much worried about calories because the right amount of calories are always added. In fact, 1 liter of bottle of oil, she takes it for more than 2 or 3 months, adding 1 spoon. That's the secret recipe she knows. And with that, the best thing that she adds is lot of love, lot of affection to garnish it. So I invite you all, anytime you feel low, come and join me and you'll go back healthy and happy. I ensure that, guaranteed. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Actually, your description reminded me of home cooked food because I live in a hostel, so I literally crave for it. So it was a lovely description. Thank you so much for taking up that topic. Now, the next one, who's going to take that? Tamanna, Priyanka, anyone who is left to share their guilty pleasures? The second one is for you. Nandini, I think you haven't taken. Would you like to take it up? Anyone, just you can.
Okay, but then somebody else have to type for me.
Okay, you are the timer, I guess.
We can give a chance to our guest also. We have Kendall.
Yes, sure. Kendall, would you like to go for it? Or Ilyas Hafiz is also there. So I would request all the guests to come up and just enjoy this session, like segment. Okay. Fine. We will take Maru. Yeah. It would be great if you could just switch on your video, if it's possible.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm using
No, you are not visible. You're audible but not
yes.
visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So Toastmaster Maru, go ahead. What's the silliest guilty pleasure you would defend like a lawyer in court? What's the silliest guilty pleasure you would defend like a lawyer in a court, just like a lawyer defends?
Yes.
Yeah, Toastmaster Maru, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Um, yeah. Uh,
Yeah, any guilty
uh,
pleasure that you feel like sharing, please go
yes,
for it.
yeah. I'm going every day morning. I used to go for walk, and sometimes when I used to feel very happy when I used to do yoga because it get a good feeling to me, and I noticed when we practice yoga in this specific place where we used to do there, all people will would like to enjoy practicing that. But in some of the public park, when we do yoga, they will not uh, uh, think it is good, because in some place they used to practice like running, gym, exercise. There people dislike yoga like that. Uh, uh, when I feel in my personally, I feel that yoga gives a good health, good happiness, and uh, it give me a good health. This is one of my practice which make me very happy. Thank you. Back to the tabletop master.
Thank you so much, Maru, for sharing that. But I guess yoga is a good thing to do. But you are saying that you did go yoga in the open, so that is your guilty pleasure, maybe. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, who is going to take the next one? It's very interesting. Pooja, Tamanna, and all the other guests. All right. Pooja. Okay. So, Pooja, your question is, Okay, what's the most useless thing you ever bought just because it made you happy? Let me repeat. What's the most useless thing you ever bought just because it made you happy? Toastmaster Pooja. Please go ahead. Pooja, you're not audible. Could you please check?
Wait.
Yes, you're audible
Am I
now.
audible now?
Yes, you're perfectly audible.
Okay. So the most useless thing which I bought and made me happy. So as I'm a fashion enthusiast and I love clothing, so most of the time I used to do this mistake and I purchased one of the gown. It was some years back. I have seen Deepika Padukone was wearing that and I just purchased the clothing material for that. It was around 5,000 rupees and I went to the tailor and I customized it and it cost me around 7,000 rupees. And one of my friends, she was
Pooja, again, your audio is not coming. Yeah, it's not audible. Am I the only one that is facing problem or is it with everyone?
I think she has some audio issue with
Yes,
her.
yes, she
Yeah.
has some issues.
Hello, is it audible?
Yes.
So one of my friend who was along with me, she asked me, Pooja, can you answer me one question? By the way, it's a nice dress. I said yes. Then she said, where you're gonna wear this?
Again, we lost her voice. So Pooja, you need to check once.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going on and off. Yeah, your voice is.
Is it audible?
Yes. But the moment you start speaking, it again, yeah. Okay, you continue.
Okay,
Please.
I think my mic discharged. So that was a thing. I never wore that dress. Only I clicked some selfie with that, and I never got a chance to wear that particular gown. And finally, I just made my tailor to cut it and made a skirt out of it. And that's how I wear my dress. So yeah, that was my useless dress which I did it. Thank you. Over to you, Sadhna.
Thank you so much, Pooja. See, all women and girls can relate to this. We buy a lot of clothes in shopping generally. So I also buy so many dresses that are not needed, but I buy. So that is one of the guilty pleasures of mine as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, can we take one more? Do we have time?
Yes, we can go ahead with one more.
Okay, sure. Okay, so it's connected with the Toastmasters. Who wants to go for the last one?
I think
Anybody?
let's try for those people who have not spoken. So I think
Yes.
Toastmaster Priyanka has not spoken. Someone from the guest can take up.
All right. So anyone from the guest or Toastmaster Priyanka, you would like to go for it?
I think her Maru and Maru
has taken it.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I missed it. Okay, then I think I'm the I could take without any guilty.
Okay. So if you okay, Toastmaster Priyanka, for you, if you had to wear your guilty pleasure outfit to a Toastmasters meeting, okay, so what would it be? If you had to wear your guilty pleasure outfit to a Toastmasters meeting that you usually don't wear, so what would it be, Toastmaster Priyanka?
I would
Over
regret.
to you.
I regret Sadhna of taking this.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody will know my secret. Okay, what could be my guilty pleasure? So recently, I'll talk about what I exactly did few days ago. We had an audition for fashion show. So we have, I'm studying in a college. So we have our fashion society. For that, we had an audition. I went for the audition, and I designed. I mean, the way I designed my dress was, I was completely. I went as a trekkie, like a person who treks. So I had a great cap on my head. I was wearing boots, the heavy boots which we wear for the trek, and I was wearing a shirt having a very funky shirt. So all over the whole attire was um completely a trekkie person. And I remember I did something which I don't think I could disclose that. It's a responsible platform. However, what I loved about my overall attire was I was able to share what I am. I love trekking. I love traveling, and I guess that is my guilty pleasure. I would like to dress myself for in the Toastmaster meeting as my guilty pleasure. I would love to come as a trekkie, and I'll take all of you on a trek if given the chance. All of you are available. I'll kidnap you if possible. So I'll take you somewhere in my with, and I'll be your guide. So that I can do. So my just guilty pleasure can give you actual real pleasure by going to a nice place with me as your guide. So with that, I'd like to hand over to you, Sadhna.
Thank you so much, Pooja. That was hilarious. Thank you so much for sharing. And a big round of applause for all the table topic speakers for taking up the topics. And this is what is the true spirit of table topics, where we show courage, we step up to take up the topics without any preparation. So thank you so much, everyone. And I hope that you enjoyed the table topic session. Over to you, TM Utkarsh.
Let's give it up for our Madam Table Topic Master of the Day for putting up such a fantastic show. The topics were quirky. We had so much fun. And of course, they were related to the theme, which is all about guilty pleasures. And speaking of the theme, let's have a quick debate or discussion whether guilty pleasures are bad. Like, you should not indulge in them. Like, a lot of people say they are bad for your health or whatever reasons. Do you think they are actually bad? Let's just talk about that. I will share my opinion, but I'll open the floor for any thoughts here. Yes, Priyanka.
I think,
Yes, Pooja, go ahead. Yeah.
okay, you can speak.
Okay. Okay, so I want to say, yeah, I agree with Pooja. I think she's trying to say that, yeah, they are not bad. The reason, my personal reason is it gives you an adrenaline rush. That say you're watching the whole series at a time, you're supposed to, you should save your time, but that rush, that in your mind, what will happen next, what will next, and the way Utkarsh catches his cab in last minute. So that rush, that rush comes up, and that gives that generally they say that adrenaline, the gland is there on our kidney, and it secretes that hormone. So yeah, I think our kidneys hormone enjoys a lot when we have that kidney guilty pleasure. Yeah.
An academic answer coming from an academia person for sure. I think Toastmaster Pooja wants to say something. Yes.
Yeah, I think that it is not so bad, but we should not become habitual for that, because that is bad. Like if we are scrolling reel, so as Priyanka said, adrenaline rush or dopamine release. So it is good, feel happy, but if we should not become habitual for that, because it's not good for our health, and whatever work we are doing, it's not good for that. Sometimes it's okay, but we need to learn ourselves to make discipline as well. So that's my take on that.
Thank you so much. But if you're scrolling the reels of Pooja's talk show or TPTM, that's fine. That's perfectly healthy. You can go ahead. Am I right, Pooja?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Any other opinion regarding this?
See, I feel whatever makes you happy, it's not at all guilty. But yeah, it should be in moderation. Sometimes we shouldn't overdo it, but you should go for it, I think, because it makes us happy. So
Sorry.
Yeah, please continue. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I think I have the habit of getting overexcited, but that's okay. I need to work from it. I agree. I completely agree. And that was my viewpoint. Like anything, if done in moderation, is perfectly fine, because at the end of the day, pleasures, they come in very, very sparse quantity. And if you can find pleasure without affecting anyone or hurting anyone, that's perfectly fine. So if you want to have those, tasty, lumptious meals, please, of course, have them in moderation, have them in like not very frequent quantity, but never ever restrict yourself from any experiences or indulgences just because it's unhealthy. Sometimes things, it's okay to indulge in few things every now and then, and you can, of course, compensate with exercising more or whatever. But which I'm just giving an example of food. But if it's not blatantly hurting someone or you, I think you should go for it. That's my opinion. So I don't think they are bad per se. Awesome. Thank you so much. I do have people who relate with me. I'm so happy. All right. We can go on and on and on and talk about guilty pleasures, but we have to understand that we are in a Toastmasters meeting, and I need to move forward with the next section of the Toastmasters meeting, which is all about the evaluation. I am already dreading and sweating. I will be evaluated very, very profusely by the Madam General Evaluator, and which is what I want to give the baton to. So it's over to Toastmaster Tamanna to head the final section, which is the evaluation section. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Utkarsh. So now we are in the most important section, that is evaluation section. Before I begin my general evaluation, first I would like to call first evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Pooja Kushwaha speech. Can we have Priyanka on the stage?
Hi, Tamanna. Yeah. So much, General Evaluator. So, in order to evaluate Pooja's speech, I'd like all of you to to go back to her speech, the one we heard. She started her speech with a paper on her hand, and she started speaking, and then he crushed it, and she talked about I was crushed. And then a mentor came, and then she opens up the paper and she explains how she became a whole. What a great use of prop, Pooja. I loved it. Immediately, I was glued to you. What you're going to speak next. I loved about that in your overall speech. So, generally, people struggle to use prop in context of the speech, and you have done a great job, Pooja. I also liked how you explained about your journey of Toastmasters, as a protege. Not exactly. Actually, I was expecting we'll talk something about Toastmasters, how you develop your public speaking and all. However, you took something very personal of your life, and you spoke how started with your problem, how you faced your problem, the problem you had, you were not confident enough, you had a lot of problems related to confidence, your career, your professional life, and how you found someone, and that person helped you to solve a problem with he gave you a navigation, a direction, and eventually you went ahead and solved the problem and you came out good. Overall, the whole sequence was really great, Pooja. I loved the objective. As per the objective, you did a great job, Pooja. So 1 second, I couldn't see anybody because of my yeah. So what exactly what we can do to make this better, the speech. So first of all, the mode you use was a storytelling. You use a story to in the oral speech. So when we bring a story, so we need to work on your storytelling skills. So in the whole story, there were two problems I found. The first one was the transitions. The transition was, for example, you're bringing so lots of elements at a time. First of all, when you're talking about your life's problem, you suddenly talk like you're talking about something and suddenly drop with I have three years of some experience. I'm losing those 3 years of experience. There are lots of elements of your life which we could not connect to because we do not know. So when we speak about a lot of things at a time, our audience lose the context what exactly happened in our life. So how about we take a narrow context and then go ahead with that. Second, which I have is the stage movement or the stage presence, just overall stage presence. Now, the way at the position you're currently sitting, I could clearly see you, clearly see your expression, everything. So overall stage presence you need to work on. Starts with lights, camera, the placement of camera, or the expression. We cannot see anything. Even your hair comes little half of your, it covers half of your face. You cannot see your expression or your whole gestures of your face. So the way you had, you're perfectly sitting nicely now. You can use this kind of criteria, this kind of stage presence in your speech as well. So overall, I would say great speech, Pooja. As per the objective, you have done a great job. The use of prop is really nice. We can learn something from you. And so what challenge as I would like to give you is, how about you work on a small story and with a good transitions. It will help you to work on your storytelling techniques and this work on your stage. Thank you. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra, for the thoughtful evaluation. Now, I would like to call upon the second evaluator, Toastmaster Nandini, for evaluating Toastmaster Rohan's speech. A quick audio video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Please continue.
Okay, so first of all, it is my very first time of evaluating a speech, so pardon me if I hit or miss anything. So Toastmaster Rohan, I loved how you was smiling throughout, and overall your body language and your vocal variety was nice. I saw that how you showed energy when you were saying that yes, you got this, Rohan, you do it, or yes, you can. I think that really caught attention. I loved how you draw on parallels between your mind playing different roles of a critic as well as a cheerleader or a joker sometimes. However, I have a few recommendations as well. Your speech did not cover 5 minutes in its entirety, so you can improve the size of content a bit. Apart from that, though you showed energy in the times when in the moment required, but when you were speaking, like it does whisper, then you can actually whisper. Or when you were saying slow down, so you can slow down your pace also a bit. So that is a few things which I would like to see in the next speech of yours. Otherwise, overall, loved it, great energy, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandini, for your thoughtful feedback. Now, coming on to my tag team, I would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Iti. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Nandini. Yeah. Please share your timer report. Yeah.
Just let me know if my screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Please continue.
Okay, so for prepared speeches, Toastmaster Pooja took 8 minutes and 30 seconds. She exceeded her time limit by 1 minute and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Rohan took 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Toastmaster Manoj spoke for 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Toastmaster Maru spoke for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Pooja spoke for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. However, there was some voice on and off coming, so it accounts for that also. Toastmaster Priyanka spoke for 1 minute and 52 seconds. And for evaluation session, Toastmaster Priyanka presented her report in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. I couldn't time for me. That's it for my report. Thank you, and over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandini. Now I would like to call upon the language evaluator for the language evaluation report. Toastmaster Iti Mehrotra.
Hi everyone, once again. For the benefit of guests, let me share a little bit about the R counter role which I'm doing along with this grammarian. For R counter role, what I need to do is to note down filler words used by speakers and role players. Filler words are like, you know, I mean, like, but, so, right, well. Any unintentional sounds like and unintentional or excessive pauses during the speech will also be taken care by me, because all of these together will hamper the quality of this speech. Now let me share one by one my report. Let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
One moment. Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So kudos to all those who make use of word of the day. Indulgence is Toastmaster Utkarsh, Toastmaster Rohan, and guest Manoj Kumar. I'm sorry if I miss anything because I got disconnected in between. Now, regarding the words, some good usage were there, like scrolling, the action of moving text, imaging, or content up; trolling, the act of deliberately posting inflammatory, rude, or off-topic comments; golden words, wise and valuable sayings; fashion enthusiast is a person who has strong interest, passion, or admiration for fashion. Quirky means unusual in the charming, interesting, or endearing way. Modulation, the act of adjusting, changing, or controlling something to suit a situation. Profusely, sorry, I mispronounced this, profusely, abundantly, in great quantity. Blissful, full of joy or happiness. Along with this, some good usage of phrases were also there. Think beyond your thought process. It encourages you to step outside your usual way of thinking, our voice in our head, inner voice or inner monologue. We all experience. Dumbbells, weights used in exercise; crowded house means a house that is full of people, busy, noisy. Draw on parallels to compare two things by pointing out their similarities or analogies. Now, let me share my R counter report with you. Is my screen visible? Okay.
Yes.
So let me start with the prepared speakers. Toastmaster Pooja, you were flawless, but you repeat 2 or 3 words like feel, get, how to. You repeat it 2 times. Toastmaster Rohan, you fumble while using these words: the, this, makes, bring you. As far as table topics are concerned, guest Manoj Kumar, you were flawless. Guest Maru, you use a 5 times, more than 5 times. Toastmaster Pooja, you use so 3 times, and you repeat made it 2 times. 1 time, sorry. Toastmaster Priyanka, you use a 1 time, so 1 time, and 2 times, and you repeat the. As far as evaluators are concerned, Toastmaster Priyanka, you use 3 times, 1 time, you know 1 time, and you repeat to, as, what, this kind of sometimes. As far as Toastmaster Nandini is concerned, you use 2 times, 1 time, and 1 time. That's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Let's have a huge round of applause for all the evaluators and tag team. So you guys were amazing. Now it's time for my report as a general evaluator to evaluate the overall meeting. So the meeting started at 7:01 p.m. We were 1 minute late, but it is understandable. So our SAR, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra, set the tone for the meeting with her energetic and fresh voice. Our SAR, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra, is always come up with her uniqueness and with her energetic voice. So I really like the way she welcomed everyone. So the agenda was clear. She shared all the rules and regulations clearly. So there was nice warmth in her voice. Yeah. And coming on to our presiding officer, Pooja Kushwaha. First of all, I want to thank Pooja Kushwaha for taking up this role at a very short notice. And you played your role very nicely. Yeah, but yeah, opening was professional and everything was smooth. Yeah. So coming on to the Toastmaster of the day, Utkarsh. Thank you so much, Utkarsh, for bringing up the wonderful theme. It was really interesting and fun-loving and fully engaging. You handled the theme very well. Like you were saying in the beginning that you were not prepared, but it was amazing. The way you explained the meaning of guilty pleasures and indulging everyone by sharing your own guilty pleasures was amazing. And there was good energy between all the segments. The most important thing I liked, the theme was very light, and everybody could participate in the theme. So yeah, and the transitions were natural, and you were keeping an eye on timing, so that you can aim to announce the next role while the previous. So you played your role very well. It was wonderful session. I have no recommendations for you. I really enjoyed today's theme and your session. I hope everybody would have enjoyed a lot. Coming on to table topics session. Yeah, Toastmasters Sadhana. I want to give a big shout out to Toastmasters Sadhana for conducting such a well structured and engaging table topic session. Table topics were very thoughtful and engaging, and you encouraged almost everyone to participate in the session. Great job. So, yeah, I have one recommendation for you, Toastmaster Sadhana. Please try to do a quick audio video check before every speaker because you did not do this. So, yeah. So now it's the time to evaluate the table topic sessions. So first speaker, number one, Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Manoj, you started with asking a question that am I really looking healthy and fit? I really liked it. And you created the strong hook by asking, uh, you know, uh, a concrete example by sharing concrete example of home cooked food to anchor the main point. And you also left us left the audience with the message that that everyone should enjoy home cooked food. So I really liked it, and there is no recommendation for you. uh, Table topic speaker 2, uh, yeah, it was Maru. So Maru, you really took a good make a good try as you were a guest, and I really like your smile. Yeah, and how you encourage everyone that everyone should do a yoga. Yeah. So I have one recommendation for you. You took a very long pause in the beginning, so try to avoid that and try to make a eye contact with the audience. Yeah. And third table topic speaker was Pooja Kushwaha. Pooja Kushwaha, you started very nicely with a clear structure. Beginning was good, middle and the end, and you added a short closing callback, to the prompt. So, but I have only one recommendation for you. There was some network issue at your site. So please ensure before speaking if everything is fine at your site. That's it for you. And table topic speaker number 4 is Priyanka Mishra. Priyanka Mishra, as usual, you were amazing in taking up the impromptu speaking, good eye contact, and you know very well how to, share your secret by not disclosing it to everyone. It was well structured, amazing take. No recommendations for you. Yeah, so this was my table topic evaluation. Now coming on to speech evaluators. Evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Priyanka. You started the evaluation by calling upon the audience to go back to her speech. I really liked it. And you gave your evaluation on a very key points with clear recommendations, how she can improve on her weak areas. So it was thoughtful and actionable evaluation. I have no recommendation for you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Nandini. Uh, Toastmaster Nandini, it was a good take as a debutant. You did the best job. You highlighted all the key points that has to be noted for a speaker, and it was balanced and focused. But I have a one recommendation for you. Uh, Try to speak try to follow CRC approach. You followed it, but try to speak two commendations and two recommendations and then two commendations. You spoke very less. I think you completed your evaluation before time. So next time maybe you can do it better, but it was overall very nice. As a debutant, you did the best. So next, coming on to our tag team, the timer was Toastmaster Nandini. Yes, you did a very good job in showing the timer report. That report was very clear with highlighting. You highlighted everyone who were on the time and who were not on time. And yeah, there is no recommendation for you. Wonderful job, Toastmaster Nandini. And our language evaluator was Toastmaster Iti Mehrotra. Thank you so much, Iti, for taking up the role of AHA counter as well. Thanks a lot. And you did your role very nicely. You noted all the filler patterns across roles, and yeah, strong word of the day. Your word of the day was very unique in the sense everybody could include in their speech or uh, participation. Yeah, so it was a nice word of the day and good you catches on vivid phrasing. You noted every phrases that people used in their speeches, and I really liked your report. But yeah, I have a one recommendation for you. You could, like, you were speaking all the phrases line by line, so it's okay. Sometimes we can just speak up only the important ones. So otherwise, yeah, it was all in all good. So this was my evaluation. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. I really liked it. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Utkarsh Sharma.
Madam General Evaluator, sharing her pearls of wisdom. Let's give her a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Tamanna. Thank you so much for sharing so much of your wisdom. This will definitely help us in becoming better public speakers and definitely will evolve us in our speaking journey. Thank you. In the end, and of course, a huge gratitude to the entire tag team, not just Madam General Evaluator, for putting up such a fantastic evaluation for all of us. In the end, all I would say is that guilty pleasures are sort of gentle reminders that life is just not about, say, discipline or goals or responsibilities. It is also about joy, those little escapes that recharge us, those moments that make us smile in the simplest of ways. And somehow, even if you were carrying any guilt for enjoying them, let today be the day where you would not. Because these pleasures, guilty or not, makes us who we are as individuals. They add flavor to our life and they sort of add balance to our lives as well. So my invitation is this for you. From today onwards, don't just hide your guilty pleasures, celebrate them, own them, because sometimes happiness lies in those small indulgences we think we should resist, but ideally we shouldn't. Thank you so much. This brings the curtain down to today's theme, which is all about guilty pleasures. And I had an absolute pleasure being your Toastmaster of the day. With this, I pass the baton to the presiding officer, who I'm not sure who is that person. So, okay, Toastmaster Pooja is here. Toastmaster Pooja, over to you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Utkarsh. So, what a lovely meeting today. So, I enjoyed a lot, and I hope everybody would have enjoyed. And the lovely theme, Utkarsh, whatever you have chosen. So, it was really, really amazing. We have really enjoyed. And I think it was one of the interacting TMOD session. And next, our general evaluator, Tamanna. So it was amazing evaluation section, Tamanna. You have headed very nicely. So I think it was amazing and fruitful meeting. And just we have late 1 minute. We have started late. So we can take care next time. And let's see if we have any guests today with us. So we don't have any guest today with us. So we have polls. So please vote everybody, and then we can conclude the meeting of the day today.
Requesting everyone to cast their votes. All right, we still require one more vote for the best role player. All right, thank you so much. Two more polls before we announce the results. Pooja, do you want to take it up? Should I share the results with you?
Okay, you can share.
Final poll, which is for the best table topic speaker. I request everyone to cast their votes. All right. This concludes all the polls. I think we'll take a lot of back and forth. So if I have the permission of the presiding officer, can I just quickly announce the results?
Yes, you can.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Presiding Officer. Starting with the best table topic speaker, it is a tie between two folks, the first and the last, Manoj and Toastmaster Priyanka. Can we have a huge round of applause? Congratulations and very well done. Moving on to the best speech evaluator, it was a tough fight, but by a whisker of margin, the winner is evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Priyanka. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? Next up is for the best prepared speaker. The best prepared speaker today is a tie. So Toastmaster Pooja and Toastmaster Rohan, congratulations. You both are worthy winners for the best prepared speaker. Next up is the best auxiliary role player. Again, a very, very tough fight, but by just one vote, Madam Language Evaluator Toastmaster ET takes the cake. So congratulations, Toastmaster ET. But a huge, huge congratulations and huge respect for Toastmaster Nandini for volunteering to take up multiple roles and wearing multiple hats. That shows ownership and that shows that she is definitely a leader in making. So let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Nandini. And finally, for the best role player, it is yours truly. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, I pass the baton back to Madam Presiding Officer.
So with this positive note, and happy ending. We came to the end of the meeting. So we'll see you in the next meeting on Thursday, 7 p.m. So bye-bye, everybody.